Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sick and the 6-Shot Gaming Channel, and I am back today with another Guilty Gear Strive What to Do on Block video. And this time, it's about the latest and newest DLC character, Goldlewis Dickinson. Or we're just gonna say Goldlewis. But yeah, folks, before we get started this video, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get alerted every time I drop a new video for y'all. Also, if you learn something new from this video, please make sure to hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. So, but anyways, let's get started with this guy. So the first normal we're gonna talk about the incorporating your block strings is the standing punch. So the standing punch cannot Gatling into itself like other characters standing punches, but it is plus on block. It's actually +3. So you could frame trap this move. You could do standing punch into down punch, and it causes a frame trap, and you could even reverse it. The same thing with down punch. Down punch is +3 as well. So you can do down punch into standing punch, but the opponent is trying to poke you out with a down punch. You're gonna obviously hit, but you can frame trap from down punch and standing punch into this close slash button. This close slash button is 7 frames on startup, so it ends up becoming a 4-frame normal, and you're gonna beat out any normal that's 4 frames and higher. So your standing punch and your down punch is a great move to use as a frame trap, and if your close slash hits after as a counter hit, it can cancel to any into the Typhoon Behemoth special moves. So that's really good, because normally close slash into some Typhoon Behemoth moves would not combo at all. So just keep that in mind. And just a reminder, the standing punch is 7 frames while the down punch is 6 frames. So that's just a reminder. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about his standing K. His standing K is an 8-frame low attack. Yes, it hits low, so that's really good. It kind of reminds me like Kakisuke's or Zato's low, and it can combo into some of the Typhoon Behemoth special moves. Not all of them though, but it can cancel some of them. Another thing about his standing K is that it is jump cancelable on hit and on block. So that's really good to apply a mix-up, because he is a character that's kind of slow, and his standing K by itself is punishable. Unless you cancel to a special move, it's punishable. So being able to jump cancel and punish your opponent's attempt on trying to punish you is really good, and catch your opponent off guard. So keep that in mind. His standing K is jump cancelable. So that's really good. So some of the Gatling options from his standing K is standing K to sweep, or standing K into standing dust, which is the overhead attack. Now you're just like almost every other character, your opponent will be able to poke out of the overhead attack, but if they try to press buttons during the sweep portion of the Gatling, it will counter it, and you can get a full combo that I'm pretty sure I'm going to showcase just like so. So yeah, that's pretty good. So you can use this as a mix-up. It's a high-low mix-up. Your opponent can poke out the overhead, but it cannot poke out the low. And now his down K has pretty much the same options, but his down K is 8 frames. It's as fast as low he could do. It has more range than the standing K, as you can see. It can hit from max range, where the standing K will not be able to hit from ranges that the down K could hit at. So just keep that in mind. It also has the same Gatling options as the standing K. It can Gatling into a command normal, or it can Gatling into the dust attack or the sweep attack. So keep that in mind. Down K is also special cancelable, but only some of the Typhoon Behemoth options are able to combo into. You're able to combo into what others would not combo into. So later on down the road, we're gonna figure out which Typhoon Behemoth you could combo into. So just keep that in mind. So down kick is pretty much safe. Only the fastest normals in the game could punish this move from up close. But if you space this move out correctly, it causes pushback, so it's pretty safe. So just keep that in mind. It is also special cancelable, and it has Gatling options as well. So you could just throw this move out there as a singular poke, because your opponent might be scared of the follow-up. So that's pretty good. But again, if you use the cancel into your dust attack, they're able to stuff you out quickly if they press the buttons. But again, this has the same Gallon options and it works the same way as the standing kick. So you can use the sweep as a frame trap and get a full counter hit combo just like so. Also, some cancels from down kick will cause a frame trap if you cancel into the Typhoon Behemoth. And this is where the difference comes from the down kick and from the standing kick, because standing kick into Typhoon Behemoth, the low version that switches size, doesn't cause a frame trap, where the down kick version does cause a frame trap. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you was able to space out the down kick correctly and properly, you're able to cancel into your overhead Typhoon Behemoth, the one that has the longer range that causes the better combo, and you're able to catch your opponent off guard if they trying to counter pull back. As you can see, that move hits. So that's really good. So yeah, even though it's not the greatest mix-up, it's still a mix-up you could use with your down sweep attack. So definitely keep that in mind, because it's also good to use. So moving on, the next norm we're going to talk about to incorporate into your block strings is Goldlewis Close Slash. This Close Slash is jump cancelable just like his standing kick attacks. So that's really good. Another thing about his Close Slash is that it is jump cancelable. So you can do stuff like this, especially in the corner. You can get a full combo in the corner if I could do it correctly. Yep, here we go. Oh, hold on. It's able, you're able to get it. Yeah, something like that. You can get in the corner. You could probably do better than that, but definitely on smaller characters, you could get more than that. So moving on, we're gonna go over Close Slash Gallon options. So you have Close Slash, Far Slash, Close Slash, Down Slash. Then you have Close Slash, Heavy Slash. Then you have Close Slash, Far Slash, Heavy Slash. Then you have Close Slash, Down Slash, Heavy Slash. Then you have Close Slash, Down Heavy Slash. Then you have Down Close Slash, Down Heavy Slash. Then you have Close Slash, Far Slash, Down Heavy Slash. And then you have Close Slash, Down Heavy Slash. You also have Close Slash into Sweep and Close Slash into Dust. And you also have Close Slash into any of his command normals. And those are all the Gallon options into Close Slash, and it's pretty standard, and it's like this universally across almost the whole cast. So I'm gonna showcase the true block string from his normals, Close Slash into Far Slash, a true block string, and any of these normals into quarter, half circle, forward, back into your Typhoon Behemoth is a true block string. Close Slash, Down Slash is a true block string, and Close Slash, Sweep is a true block string as well. So keep these in mind. Any of these moves cancel into a Typhoon Behemoth as a true block string. There is no gap. Moving on, we're going to talk about applying mix-up with Close Slash. So Close Slash is -2 on block. So after a block Close Slash, you go walk or mini dash into a grab. Now the only thing about that is your opponent is able to mash out that, as you can see. They can easily match out. They could do a stand jab, or they could do a down jab to match out of your grab attempt. This is where the frame trap game is very important, because one, you could jump cancel his Close Slash, and you could frame trap into his Heavy Slash normals, the down Heavy Slash and the standing Heavy Slash from his Close Slash with frame trap. So that's very important, and we're gonna go over all the ways to frame trap right now. So Close Slash is a Heavy Slash is a natural flame trap, and if the Heavy Slash hits as a counter hit, you cancel any of his Typhoon Behemoth moves. And here is an example combo you can get off of a counter hit Heavy Slash if you're using it as a frame trap. I keep saying frame trap. So Close Slash, Far Slash into Heavy Slash is also a frame trap. Any move cancel into Heavy Slash is a frame trap. Close Slash into Down Slash down heavy slash is also a frame trap. So again, any slash normal, cancel, or gatling into his heavy slash normals will be a frame trap. So keep that in mind. Also, close slash into dust is a frame trap, and this is a universal frame trap through the whole dash. The opponent cannot interrupt, and you could combo off of it, off of a Roman cancel, just like so. Moving on, we're going to talk about delayed frame traps. So, close slash delayed into far slash is a frame trap, and close slash delayed into down slash is a frame trap as well, and close slash delayed into sweep is a frame trap as well. And these are all of his delayed frame traps. So keep that in mind. So moving on, the next normal we're going to talk about is his down slash. His down slash is 13 frames. It is -9 on block. So if you do this move by yourself up close, it is punishable. But it's also special cancelable and has gatlings as well. So if he spaces out correctly, you can hit your opponent just like so. But like I said, from up close, this move is punishable. So if you do a special cancel to a move that has a pretty huge gap, your opponent can hit you out of it. But since it has gatling options like his heavy slash, which will frame trap, you should center your block strings around frame trapping your opponent first. So after a while, they will stop pressing buttons, and you are able to do more mix-ups from there, like his overhead or his low, which normally can't be hit out of. But if you used to do this move for max range and your opponent blocks, you are pretty much safe. So keep that in mind. Also, as you can see, it doesn't have the same amount of block stun that his close slash does. So some of the gatlings that he can do can get interrupted by 6 frames or higher. Like down slash into down heavy slash from up close can be interrupted, and a few other things like down slash into some of his Typhoon Behemoth moves, where his close slash into some of his Typhoon Behemoth moves cannot be interrupted. So just keep that in mind for a reminder. So moving on, we're going to talk about heavy slash. So heavy slash cancel to some of his Typhoon Behemoth moves is a really, really good option for block strings. Now, if you're facing off against a player with a full frame normal or higher or lower, sometimes you could get hit out of some of your Typhoon Behemoth follow-ups. But if you space out correctly, the heavy slash space out correctly, it can frame trap the opponent. As you can see, some Typhoon Behemoth moves will frame trap the opponent completely from heavy slash, and some of them spaced out correctly will frame trap the opponent, where others will get punished or stuck. So as you can see, right now I'm showcasing that this will still frame trap from a full frame normal. So if you're facing against a character who has 5 frames or lower, you could run this type of mix-up all day, or run this type of pressure all day against your opponent, because there's pretty much nothing they can do about it when it comes in terms of counter-attacking, unless they use a invincible type of move. So that's just a little tidbit to use with your heavy slash with block strings. So moving on, we're going to talk about using Typhoon Behemoth and your block string pressure. And we're going to go over every single type of Typhoon Behemoth. So we're going to go over the easiest ones to do and go on to the harder ones. So one of the easier Typhoon Behemoths, and this will always make whatever block move a true block string, is his half circle forward to back and circle attack. This will make any move that's blocked a true block string. This move is one of the fastest Typhoon Behemoths. It will also combo from any move that's hit as well. So if you get a straight hit, if you cancel into this move, it will combo as well, so keep that in mind. Also, this move is, even though it's a guard break type of move, this move is -5 on block. So your opponent can press buttons after and beat out your next follow-up attempt. So keep that in mind. Another thing to add to that, it causes a really good amount of pushback. It is far-reaching, and it causes chip damage, but the chip damage that it causes will not kill. So just keep that in mind. The chip damage that it causes will not kill. So moving on, we're going to talk about half circle back to forward and circle attack. This move is a little bit slower. It can be interrupted in block strings, but depending on how you space out your normals, cancel into your half circle forward, it can counter attack, hit your opponent just like so. So just keep that in mind. One thing about this normal, it does not combo on regular hit to any of Goldlewis normals at all, so you have to keep that in mind. But it will combo from a counter hit attack. So if you use a hit with a counter hit attack, it will combo. Matt, the only normal that it will combo from that's non-counter hit is his down heavy attack, because the down heavy attack heavy slash launches them up in the air. So that's the only normal. But besides that, it will not combo. Moving on from there, this move is also plus 12. So any type of, it guard breaks and it's plus 12. So your opponent press buttons back, you will always beat them out depending on the normal, if the normal's fast enough that you're using, and you will always beat them out. So keep that in mind. This attack is plus 12, and once your opponent starts respecting that is plus 12, you can start doing things like run up grab and so on and so forth. So moving on, the next move we're going to talk about to incorporate into the block strings is a half circle down, back, up, Typhoon Behemoth. So this move is really good because for one, it's a low, and it's the fastest low from the Typhoon Behemoth. So that's really, really good. It's plus 3 on block, and it combos from any normal. It could be a single hit in normal, it could be a down jab, anything it combos from. The only downside is that it switches size, but it always causes a juggle state where you're able to combo your opponent. Now, to do the move by itself is pretty hard, but it's easier to do when you mask it behind a button recovery animation. So that's really, really good. Another thing is that it's plus 3 on block, so you will always beat out your opponent if your opponent press buttons and you press a button fast enough. So that's really, really good. So doing this move from certain normals causes a true block string. So close slash into this move causes a true block string. Standing kick into this move causes a true block string. Heavy slash causes too much pushback for you to hit with this move. So just keep that in mind. Down kick into this move is a frame trap. So if your opponent press buttons after this move, it will frame trap them. So that's really, really good. Also, down punch into this move also causes a frame trap as well. And this is really, really good, especially when it comes to getting out of the corner, which I will showcase. But you get combos like this. It switches sides though. This move will always switch sides, so keep that in mind. But if you're in the corner and you was to hit your opponent with a down jab or any type of poke, you could special cancel into this low version of the Typhoon Behemoth, and you will switch sides and then put your opponent in the corner. Now, you have to walk out the corner a little bit once you hit with this move, so you can actually be out the corner, because if you don't walk out the corner, you will still be in the corner once you try to combo your opponent. But if you walk out the corner a little bit, let them float above your head, and then continue the combo, you can get combos just like this, which is really, really good damage, and you put them in the corner and potentially can cause a wall break. So another thing is, if you was a hit with a counter hit sweep, you could combo into this move as well, but you have to be close range from the counter hit sweep, so just keep that in mind. Also, if your opponent was to block the sweep, is a true block string, so just keep that in mind. If your opponent blocks sweep and you special cancel into this Typhoon Behemoth, it is a true block string. So moving on to the next Typhoon Behemoth we're going to talk about the using your block string is its half circle forward, up to back, and it's pretty much the same thing as his half circle forward, down to back, where there's always going to be a true block string no matter how you use it off of a normal, and it's -5 on block as well. And this is pretty much his most least use Typhoon Behemoth, so we're not gonna spend that much time on this one. So the next Typhoon Behemoth we're gonna talk about is his overhead one. He has 2 overhead Typhoon Behemoths. This is the faster version, and you cannot do this move by itself. You have to mask it with a button, and the way to do this move is half circle up to forward to down. So you're gonna start your half circle up, and you're gonna go all the way to down. And it is an overhead. It comes out at 21 frames, and it causes a small combo. In the corner, you get a little bit more from it, but you still don't get that much compared to the other overhead Typhoon Behemoth. But the main purpose of this move, as you can see from certain normals, where the slower Typhoon Behemoth overhead will get hit out of, this one will not. So heavy slash into the other Typhoon Behemoth, which is the overhead, can get jabbed out of, but this version cannot get jabbed out of unless you have like a really fast jab, maybe 4 frames. And again, from some normals, this is a true frame trap, and some normals you can get interrupted. Like down heavy slash into this move is a true frame trap, where far slash won't be a frame trap. So just keep that in mind. Another reminder that this move is a guard break plus 12, like the other Typhoon Behemoths. So you can frame trap your opponent after they block this move as well. So that is really, really good. So once you condition your opponent not to press buttons after this move is blocked, you can run up and do jump mix-ups or whatever type of mix you want from there. So moving on, we're gonna talk about his other Typhoon Behemoth special move, which is another low. And to do this version, you have to do half circle up, down, and this is a low. It is slower than the other version of the low, but it will keep the opponent on the same side. You can also frame trap into this move off of normals like close slash into far slash, and it will cause a frame trap. Just like so, and you could do something like this, especially in the corner, to mix your opponent up. If you usually cancel this move off of a heavy slash, standing heavy slash though, the heavy slash causes too much pushback for it to connect. But off of a down heavy slash, it is a true frame trap. So if your opponent press buttons, they will get hit, and you can do something like this, just like so. So that's really, really good. And this move is plus 16 on block, so it has one of the biggest frame advantage off of his Typhoon Behemoth moves. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about his half circle down, forward, up Typhoon Behemoth move. And this move can only be done if you mask it in the animation, recovery animation of another move. So this Typhoon Behemoth move is good because it launches the opponent, which is really, really good. And if it hits as a counter hit, you get a full combo, which is really, really good. One of the highest numbers launches he has. Close slash into this move is a true block string. The same thing goes as for down heavy slash into this move. It's a true block string. So keep those two in mind. You can also delay slightly this move from his close slash to get a frame trap. So if your opponent likes to press buttons, they will get hit. And normal frame traps for this move is close slash, far slash into this Typhoon Behemoth, heavy slash into this Typhoon Behemoth. Is a frame trap as well, and you get full combo as you see. Standing kick into this move is a frame trap as well as sweep into this move is a frame trap as well. Now, if you try to do this move after like a down jab or a down kick, your opponent will be able to hit you out of it. So just keep that in mind. So this move is plus on block as well for most other Typhoon Behemoth moves. And it is plus 3, so you would be able to beat out your opponent if your opponent's press buttons, but you don't have that much frame advantage. So keep that in mind. So the next and last Typhoon Behemoth move you're gonna go over is his overhead attack, and this is the second overhead attack, and you do this one by doing half circle back up to forward, and you can only do this version by masking it behind a recovery or animation of another move, because of the up motion in it. You're not going to be able to do it regular. And it's an overhead, and it's a long reaching overhead, and if you was to hit with this move from up close, it causes a juggle. As you can see, you get a full juggle from this move from up close, so that's really good. The only downside about this move is that this move is very slow compared to the other overhead, and if you cancel into this move from any of your normals up close, your opponent will be able to stuff you out of this move. So just keep that in mind. From any normal from up close, your opponent will be able to stuff you out of this move. So you gotta be very careful when you use this move, because they can even interrupt you and catch you in a high counter hit game. So, but moving on, if you was to space the move out correctly, you will be able to hit your opponent with this move without your opponent interrupting you just like so. Now the only thing is that you will be too far to get the normal combo you will be able to get normally. So you would have to settle for something like run up, standing kick into your Typhoon Behemoth, and so on and so forth. But again, if you space the move out correctly, and your opponent was to retaliate with like a jab, you will be able to hit them out. So another reminder that this move is plus 12 on block, so you're able to frame trap your opponent and do whatever shenanigans you want from there. So moving on, we're gonna talk about Thunderbird as an Oki tool and how to use it in your block strings and so on and so forth. So Thunderbird, right, has 3 levels to it, right? And no matter at what point you use the Thunderbird, if it's not at that, even if it's all the way close to being at the second level, if you use it, or same thing for the third level, if you use it right before it hits that level, it will still count as the level that's currently on. So it's 3 levels to it, and you see this meter on the bottom that determines the level. The meter that's going up right now, that red meter, that determines what level it's on. So once it gets to the halfway line, right, it's on level 2, and for it to be on level 3, the meter has to be fully all the way to the end, right? So when it's at level 1, the duration is the shortest and it only has 1 hit, right? When it's at level 2, the duration is a little bit longer and it has at least up to 2 hits. And when you get to level 3, that's when the duration of this move is the longest, and depending on where you use this move, it has up to 4 hits. So it's really good to use as an Oki tool, and one way you can set it up as an Oki tool is just canceling from down kick into sweep into Thunderbird, and if your opponent wakes up, your opponent will not be able to do anything. They will not be able to jump, or they won't be able to press buttons, anything like that. They just have to sit there and block it. So that's really good. So again, your opponent will not be able to do anything at all unless it's invincible from this setup. So again, if you get hit with the setup from close up, you just have to block. If you try to retaliate at all with any type of buttons or a backdash or a jump, you will get hit. So, moving on from there, if this move was to hit from max range though, that's a little bit of a different story. So if this move was to hit, say like the down kick or the sweep or anything was to hit from further out, then the Thunderbird would not be able to hit your opponent on wake up, and they will be able to jump out of it or press a button out of it. So if you do happen to hit your opponent from max range with the sweep and you cancel the Thunderbird, it's better if you cover the air with one of your jumping normals while the Thunderbird covers the floor. Now another way to set up your Thunderbird is off a grab. Off a grab, the Thunderbird will be right atop your opponent. You can also set up your Thunderbird with an OTG heavy slash off of your grab in the corner. Now, the only thing about that is that the Thunderbird won't be directly atop of your opponent like how it would normally, but you could do the same type of thing. You could cover the air while the Thunderbird covers the ground and lock down your opponent that way. So just keep that in mind as well. So moving on, we're going to talk about how to mix up your opponent off the ground. So if your opponent gets hit with the Thunderbird, if they press a button, you can do something like this if they get hit, which is really, really good. And then you could 50-50 them with the low version that switches sides of the Typhoon Behemoth from doing a close slash into the low version of that move. Or you could do the overhead, the dust overhead, and Roman cancel and get a full combo just like so. So that's a really good option. So one thing I want to talk about is when you have a level 3 Thunderbird, it causes the most block stun, so you're able to go for more things than you normally wouldn't, right? So off of a level 3 Thunderbird, you're able to lock them down with the Thunderbird and do cross-up pressure with like a jump, heavy slash in the air. And it just gives you access to more jumping mix-ups instead of just ground mix-ups when they're stuck in block string from a level 3 Thunderbird. So that's really, really good. And even off of a level 1 or level 2 Thunderbird, you're able to get like instant air dash setups just like so. So that's pretty good as well. And you can incorporate some close slash jump mix-ups or standing kick jump mix-ups as well, since they get locked down block string from the Thunderbird Oki, and you can run up and just do close slash or standing kick into a instant air dash and try to close them up, or you can do close slash jump into a jumping kick and then use your air dash after that to cross them up just like so. So that's really, really good. You can run up, jump, close slash jump cancel, cross up, run up, jump, close slash jump cancel, land and do a low. You can also run up, close slash jump cancel, empty jump cancel into a grab as soon as you hit the ground, and so on and so forth. You can keep your opponent on their toes with this move, so that's really, really good. So moving on, we're going to talk about his burn it down special and how to use it for Oki and in your block strings. So you can do basically the same setup from the burn it down special. You can cancel to sweep, and upon wake up, if you use your heavy slash, you can use it as a meaty. So if the opponent press buttons as they getting up, they will get hit. So basically this forces them to block, right? And once they block, you can mix them up just like so. You can hit them as the bring it down, especially bringing them back in. You can go with a low and then combo them how you see fit from there. And all you gotta do, you don't have to commit to a low and to sweep. All you gotta do is just a low, and then and you can combo from there. And especially in the corner, you get full combo just like so. And you could also mix them up with a overhead. So you have enough time to charge up your dust. If your opponent is blocking low, they will get hit. So that's really, really good as well. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much the end of the road for this video. This has been a what to do on block Goldlewis Dickinson Guilty Gear Strive video. Hopefully you was able to learn something new. If you wasn't able to learn something new, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry for not putting that much content out. I've been very, very busy, and I'm gonna try my best to put out more content out for this game. But you know how I try my best to get this out to y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Also, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content just like this, make sure to check out some of the past videos. I have tons of content for you to enjoy. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell and hit the all tab to get notified every time I drop a new video for y'all. I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to help support the channel in any type of way at all, you can check the links below to go do so. But anyways, I hope all you have a nice day. Peace.
Whoa, running, yeah, running, whoa,
This is what we do. This is what we do.
running, yeah, running.